Let's talk about this huge but kind of subtle shift that's happened in all our lives. You know, the moment our relationship with technology just got, well, complicated. This isn't some conspiracy theory. It's just a real look at how we got here, especially now that AI is in the mix. Just think about this for a second. The very last app you opened on your phone, was that a conscious choice? Did you really want to open it? Or was it just a reflex? The answer to that one little question, well, it gets right to the heart of who's actually in charge here. So, yeah, that question of control is everything. Let's start by looking back at the dream technology promised us, and then hold it up against the reality we're all swimming in right now. I mean, the original promise was just beautiful, wasn't it? Technology was going to be our silent partner, making life easier, giving us back our precious time, and just solving problems. And you know what? For a little while, it really, really did. But somewhere along the way, something changed. We're all working faster, but we never seem to have any time. We have access to all the information in the world, but somehow we feel less informed. We're connected all the time, but there's this feeling of being perpetually late for something you can't even name. And that leads to this really crucial question. What if the very tools we built to set us free quietly started working for a different master? Not a person, but a system. A system with its own goals, its own incentives.
So, when did this actually happen? Let's try to pinpoint the exact moment the whole game changed. That point when the purpose of our digital tools began to drift away from us.
If you look at history, technology was always a simple extension of us. The wheel for our legs, the hammer for our arms, the computer for our minds. But then came the attention age, and the goal shifted. Technology wasn't just extending what we could do anymore, it was extending its reach into our most valuable, most finite resource, our time. See, when these platforms realized they could make money from our attention instead of just providing a service, the entire model flipped on its head. The goal was no longer to solve your problem as quickly as possible. Nope, the goal was to keep you there, to keep you scrolling. The fundamental question changed from, how can I help you, to how do I make you come back again and again? Now, this shift wasn't driven by some evil plan. It was driven by a business model, a really effective one. When the service is free, our attention and our data, well, they become the real goods being bought and sold. We become the product. But just capturing our attention, that wasn't enough. The next step, the next evolution, was about understanding us, shaping us, and ultimately, predicting our every move. And this is such a crucial point. The algorithms got smarter, but not to understand you as a person. They got smarter to understand your patterns. They learned the times of day you feel a little vulnerable. They learned the exact kind of content that gets an emotional reaction out of you, the fears that keep you scrolling late at night. Technology started optimizing our behavior, not for our benefit, but for its own. You can think about it like this. The old algorithms, the early ones, they were basically like a pushy salesperson. You know the type. They just show you things over and over, hoping something would stick. A little annoying, sure, but you could still see what they were trying to do. But when artificial intelligence enters the scene, oh man, the game changes on a whole other level. See, AI doesn't just show you things, it learns. It adjusts, it tests, it corrects itself faster than any human ever could. It's less like a salesperson and more like someone who knows exactly when you're tired or bored or lonely and knows the perfect thing to show you in that exact moment. Which, of course, leads to the big question. When you have an intelligence this powerful at work, whose interests is it really serving? What is its main goal? In reality, the goals are crystal clear. They aren't mysterious. They are engineered right into the code. Maximize engagement to keep you glued to the screen. Reduce friction to make it effortless to just keep consuming. And ultimately, increase profit by making sure you're a predictable, active user inside their system. Okay, but here's where the story takes a hopeful turn. The problem isn't the tool itself. The same incredibly powerful technology that got us into this mess could also be the solution, if we just give it a different job to do. Right now, we're looking at two potential futures. The same AI that's currently built to create more noise and suck up your time could be flipped. It could be told to filter that noise, to simplify the complex stuff, to protect your focus, and to actually give you your time back. The technology itself is neutral. What matters is the priority we give it. So, how do we make that shift?
Well, it all starts with a change in our own priorities. When we start seeing technology as a tool, a means to an end, not the end itself. And honestly, it starts with simple awareness. Once you understand how these systems are designed to work, you start to get your power back.
Because at the end of the day, the path forward isn't about throwing our phones in the river. It's about reclaiming our role in the relationship that we have with our technology. You see, the problem was never the AI or the algorithms or progress itself. The problem is that somewhere along the line, we just forgot to ask who these incredible tools were supposed to be working for in the first place. We really need to get back to that original promise. Technology should be a force for liberation that makes our lives easier, not harder. It should feel like a partner, not a warden. And the good news is, it is absolutely not too late to correct the course. Because the next great leap forward in our technological evolution, it won't come from a new processor or some more advanced algorithm.
It's going to come from us, from people who are more aware, more intentional, and a lot more demanding of the tools they allow into their lives. The future really isn't about smarter machines, it's about more conscious people. And that is a future that is entirely within our control.